Hey, in this tutorial, we'll be creating a file by using Java. Once we get done coding inside of this class and execute it, then a new file will appear here. In this case, we'll be creating a file called my file, and the extension will be a text file. Alright, well, let's get started. We have to import a library from the IO. So let's do import java.io. And by the way, IO stands for input output. And most of the things in this library are that there are many file handlers inside of this libraries. And now let's do a public class thing. Usually what we do in this program. Make public class tutorial. Okay. Open close braces. Curly brace. Okay, now let's do public static void. We're going to make a main method. String args. Oh yeah, make sure you don't make a new line because we're going to include something with the main method. And this will be throws IO exception. And the reason why we have this is because that just in case if there's any error inside of your file, like you cannot create a file for some reason, then it'll throw an IO exception. And this is like trying cache 2, by the way. So now let's make the meat of this program. Okay, now let's make a data type called file f. And the reason why we have this is because for f as a variable, we're going to make it equivalent to the name of the file. And then once you get the name of the file, then Java will know that it'll be the name of the file because your data type is file. But in order to make it recognize like f is equivalent to the name of the file, let's do f is equivalent to new file, open close parentheses, and this is where you name the file. You can type in anything as you want, but in this tutorial, just type in my file.txt, and it doesn't have to be a text file. It can be anything, but for now, we'll be focusing on the text format or text extension of the file. So now let's do like if the file name doesn't exist at all, then we'll tell Java to create that file. In order to use like if it doesn't exist, then we have to use the exclamation mark. If f exists does not exist, and by the way, that dot exists is like a pre-made method from this library right here. So you gotta remember this name of the method. Like so basically what we did here is like if the myfile.txt does not exist, then you run a block of code inside over here. And then in order to create a new file, you type in the variable f, and then you got to memorize 2 because this will be, yeah, you'll see actually, hold on. Create new file. Alright, yeah, this is like actually this is a pre-made function or method. And this came from the IO library also. So, yeah, it'll run this. If it does not exist, it will name the file myfile.txt. It will create that. And then let's let the user know that the file has been created if there's no such thing as a myfile.txt. let's say new file. Let's do slash because we're going to use a double quote inside of the quotes too, and you'll see what I mean by that after we run it. My file dot txt, another slash, double quote, and let's do has been created to the current directory. Alright, now we're done with that. We're done with the code basically. And yeah, and if you just name a file like myfile.txt, then yeah, it will create a file within the same directory as in the program. Yeah, in this program. So yeah, now we save this, and let's compile it and run it. But before we run it, I'll show you the program first, or this directory, I mean. All right, well, right now we don't see any myfile.txt, but like once we run it, you'll see it. It says new file, myfile.txt, and that's what I mean by having a backslash, or yeah, slash, because we also want to include a double quote within a quote, if you know what I mean. And this is what it looks like. And now, as you can see, there's a file called myfile. Once we open it, there's nothing in here. But don't worry, in the next tutorial, we'll be doing something with that. Alright, well now, let's see if it, we'll see what happens if we run again. Nothing happens because the myfile.txt exists, so it won't do anything. Alright, well this concludes my tutorial over creating a file by using Java.